Get him today at 9:30 right here on the Sean Salisbury Show. Let's welcome in Astros General Manager Dana Brown.
Yeah, as we do every week, a couple days later, but with the travel schedule and the intensity of the heating up, he still joins us and on the travel. And I'm in Arizona as well. I can't wait to get to the ballpark for this series. Dana Brown, Astros GM, joins us, and we're always grateful for it. Dana, welcome in. Let me start here. Let's go back to this huge series that you just ended in Seattle. Summarize the overall feel of your team and the way you evaluated them in that 3-gamer in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, the team is excited right now. And I mean, we won 2 out of 3. This game 2 was tough, of course. We made a few mistakes, and, that was a tough one to swallow. Felt like we kind of gave it away early. But at the end of the day, we won 2 out of 3. The guys are excited. We won in big fashion on the 3rd game. And so the guys are pretty much fired up. We know we control our own destiny. And, it's go time, as I always say. And it's time to, jump in here in Arizona and win 3 if we can.
Dana, your thoughts on Hector Neris? He's had such a good year. What an energy guy he's become, right? I mean, you feed off it, and he has been phenomenal. Your overall evaluation of his game right now?
Yeah, competitor, extremely competitive guy, emotional at times, but at the end of the day, we love to give him the ball, and he gets outs for us. He's passionate about coming into games, and of course, he's passionate about winning.
Do we have any idea what's going to happen with him as far as will games be missed, or is that all in baseball's hands right now?
Yeah, it's all in baseball's hands. But, at the end of the day, I think he got very emotional. And, hopefully, everything's going to turn out right. I think, one of the things is, these guys are both from the Dominican Republic. They have the same agent. Right. And they get fired up. It's kind of like, when you're a kid and you're on the basketball court and you get a little steamed up. And, these things happen a lot. Especially from, down in Dominican winter ball, these guys get all excited. And so I think he let his emotions get the best of him. But, he apologized and, hopefully things will turn out right and he'll be there with us.
Yeah, Dana, you hit it, talk about the hoop court. It's so true, right? I mean, I said earlier, your 16-year-old teenager stupid, comes out. You're competing with your buddies. You're getting after it. You say, oh, man, my bad. I'm sorry. And, I hope it gets back and gets taken care of, but not to, diminish how good he's been on the mound for you guys. All right, I have a psychological question about baseball and athletes. I don't know if I've asked it this way to you before because I love to get into your mind. What's at this stage of the season, Dana? What leads to what? The chicken or the egg? Does the mental exhaustion of a long season lead to physical woes or where you're not playing your best, or is it opposite? Is it the physical grind that gets into your head mentally at this stage of the season? What comes first?
I think it's the emotional grind of playing these difficult games that you have to win. It takes a toll and it takes a lot out of you. We haven't really had the time to exhale because we've been in this war the entire game, the entire season. And so when you go through this, it's exhausting. And when you're competing night in and night out, day in and day out, and if you don't have a lead in your division or if you don't have the comfort of knowing that you at least made the playoffs in the wild card, I think it really, really is an emotional grind. And, of course, you take the emotional grind with the physical grind of 162 seasons, and if you're not able to exhale, so to speak, sometimes it can get the best of you. So but this is just what sports is. Sports is that game of competitiveness, and regardless of what sport it is, it's just a game of competing. And these guys are competing at the highest level, of course.
You've said continuously, so I'll ask now with 3 games to go in the regular season and then a postseason, your team still proving to you that they more than have the stomach for this again?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, in Seattle, they won the 2 out of 3. And, even after, handing game 2 away, they came back and won game 3. I'm still focused on the division. I'd love to win these 3 in Arizona.
Yep.
And then and have Seattle win out against Texas. To me, that's the ultimate goal. If we do that, I'll be even more fired up. The fan base will be more fired up. And of course, we want to get in. I know, down the stretch in September, we didn't play as well as we're capable of playing. So we're at the mercy of maybe ending up in the wild card spot right now. But the key is to get in, and our team is good enough. And there's a lot of teams that don't want to play us, and they don't want us to get in. They know if we get in, we're really good enough to win this thing. And so ultimately, we still have breath in our body to win the division. And if we can't get this division, we get in by wild card, and we'll still go deep into the postseason.
Yeah, I still say 1-9. It's the most feared lineup in the American League once these playoffs start. Is the Astros. Dana Brown, Astros GM, joins us for his weekly visit. We've tried to put our finger on why do you struggle against, teams you're supposed to beat, and we talked about being at home and a less than 500 record. Could it simply be, Dana, you mentioned competition. It's a long season. Hell, it's a grind every year. You guys have played a lot of baseball. But it also could be just as simple as this. Your team has just got guts and really good and kind of likes the spotlight and the pressure that they just play better. Sometimes in a season, that's just the case, and I'll take that team any day of the week, won't you, Dana?
Absolutely. Sometimes what it is like you need the fuel, and maybe that fuel is stronger on the road, where you get these fans, they get on you and they boo you and do certain things, and that can fuel the team. And so sometimes you need the fuel. And, we get so much comfort sometimes at home. We're playing in front of our fans. We get, the building's rocking, the energy's loud, and the crowd supports. And, sometimes I think guys kind of lay back a little bit and get in the comfort zone. Whereas you're on the road and you're competing and you got these fans yelling at you and booing you and all kind of stuff. And so I don't know what the magic theory is of why we're losing games at home. But, at the end of the day, I love the character of this club. These guys can, when their backs are against the wall, they come at you and they go down swinging. So, we're still right there at the brink of getting into the postseason. And like I said before, hopefully we could sweep these guys and hope Seattle sweeps, and then we'll win the division.
That sounds awesome. Dana Brown for a couple more minutes here on Sports Talk 790. Astros GM joins us in Arizona as they get set to deal with the final 3 games of the regular season with a chance still to win the division. All right, Dana, I know Dusty sets the lineups, but you guys confer and talk. Any idea what they're kind of going to look like this weekend from now, or today's lineup, what it's kind of going to look like?
I think we will have a high-powered offense. I think we'll have our better hitters in there. That's what I'm, hoping for. And like I said, Dusty makes the lineup, and he goes through, all of his thought process and his instincts and his feel for the game, over 50 years of experience, and he makes his decision. But I know we need some offense, and so we can get that offensive lineup going today. We need to get game 1. That's going to be big. Game 1 is going to be big. Got Verlander going tomorrow. So I feel really good if we can get game 1.
And Brantley, the soreness, is he healthy enough to go every day right now, Dana? To your knowledge, is he healthy enough to do that for us?
Yeah, I think he's probably going to be day-to-day. We'll probably know more when we get to the ballpark. I think he's at least healthy and strong enough to DH. I love seeing him in the lineup. The 4 hits the other day, true professional, a couple two-out, 2 strike hits. This guy is just a true professional hitter. His entire career, right at 300, for his career, 298 or whatever it was. He's just a true pro, and every time he's out there, he gives us some energy. He brings a lot to the table. The makeup is really good. The players, his positivity rubs off on the players, and so Hopefully he'll have a big weekend for us this weekend. I think that would be big for our offense.
Okay, your two answers in my final question. It can't be you want to win, because I know you want to win all three of these this series. And it can't be talking about the postseason. So I'm just talking about in these three games. I'm going to pull I Dream a Genie out and give you one wish that will lead to 3 wins. What's your one wish for this weekend series on the field?
We have to get game one, and we have to pitch like we've never pitched before. If we could hold these guys down, I know we're going to score runs. I don't think we're in a position where we can give up 5 runs and 6 runs and still win a game. I think we're going to get some runs, but if we win this game one and we pitch throughout this weekend, I think we have a really good chance of sweeping and potentially winning the division if Seattle could sweep Texas.
Phenomenal. Good luck. We can't wait. I know you'd love to have a 15-game cushion, but I'm a glutton for punishment. I love this intensity, and you as the player, I'm sure, as a player, love it too, Dana. Just the competition and the last weekend of the season, and this is the way it's supposed to be. It brings out the best in your team. So have a great one, man, and we're looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be talking division champs when we visit with you next week.
Absolutely. This is great for the sport. It's good for baseball, all this intensity. Teams are still on it. It's a little tough on the front office and the players, though.
Yes, it is. Hey, 7 2/3 or 7 1/3 of like 5 hits scattered tonight for France. How's that sound? Sound pretty good for your opener?
That sounds like a winner.
There you go. That'll be the opener of the 3-gamer, and hopefully take them all. Dana, thanks, man. We'll look forward to next week and give them hell this weekend. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for having me on. Take care.
Thanks. You too. That's great, Dana Brown. We'll come back and discuss, wrap it up.